Assalamualaikum. I'm Nur Atika binti Said. My group is Nur Fayadah, Sharifuddin, Zakwan Nur Azmi, Muhammad Faiz, and last one Hazi Atmi. So we're going to present about a comparison study on design, consideration between resident building and hospital. So let me explain about abstract first. It is about how well do we understand the factor lighting design is effective to the occupant in these two buildings. Which is hospital is more focused on use of lighting design and color of wall. While the resident building is more focused combination of natural lighting and artificial light. From this study, we found that the lighting design will affect to the person's behavior. I give one example, which is we going to design the room, which is the room is function for work or reading room. And then the room it seems like gloomy and dark. So the effect is the person who stay in the room is feel like no patience to work, no patience to reading a book or something. So and then feel like sleepy and so on. So that is the person behavior. So we going to move to the aim and objective.
Hello, the aims and objectives is to evaluate and analyze the indoor lighting quality in hospital and residential building. There are three objectives of this study, which is to identify the type of light used in hospital and residential building, to determine energy consumption and cost efficiency in hospital and residential building, and to identify the lighting design material and color design in hospital and residential building. That's all.
For method of research residential, we use the same method. We use past case. We jot down short list of case study that have connection with residential design. Based on the case study, we agree and choose case study and interior architecture for the best case study in residential aspect to be compared. Second observation, the same. We make an observation on how interior architecture is helped to maximum interior lighting in the building. And lastly, we use basic research tool. We study how is architecture work help to ensure good lighting interior in residential building and compare this aspect with several aspects we got from data hospital.
I'm Nur Fayadah binti Fasti and I will talk about the finding and data analysis for hospital. First is type of light that used in the hospital, which is theater light. The function of theater light is to achieve a natural light kind of light in the operation room. So this type of light was used in the operation room. Second is mobile type luminance. This type of light can be tilted and swiveled as needed to encourage your focus. So this type of light can be adjusted. And lastly is Gonicidal lamp. Gonicidal lamp is a high risk of airborne and other type of inspection in a hospital. Second, we will go to the energy consumption in hospital. Every area at the hospital have a different energy consumption, which is ward, outpatient lighting, emergency room, laboratory section, physiological exam room, operating room, and pharmacy. Here show that operation room was the highest illuminance because in the operating room they didn't need a shadow, so they need to consume more illuminance. Lastly, the consideration of the lighting design. Here show at the day, they also consume natural daylight, but at the night, they use artificial light. It is a consistency and depressing when daylight goes. Second is consideration of the color design. Here show that the bed was in the blue colors, which is blue color was a promotes relation in age sleeping, so it was comfortable. And lastly is windows, which is they use a semi-screened at the windows to make sure they didn't consume too much daylight at the days. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Faiz bin Muhammad Amran. I will talk about the finding data analysis for residential. First is type of light that used in residential building. First is recessed lighting. Recessed lighting is attractive and soft. Second is track lighting. The lighting is a great source of focus. Okay, and third is task lighting. Task lighting is important in the kitchen. Fourth is overhead lighting option. Overhead lighting option can be varied in appearance and functionality.
In the conclusion, we can conclude that residential building and hospital building use different style of interior lighting design in order to give comfortness to the people who came here. So we can conclude that interior light design is determined by what the impact of this building to the people, what places or location of this building, in order we want to use a different type of interior light design. That's all. Thank you.